All eyes are watching, and we've got to go out there and perform and prove what we can do.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. Now, on today's show, we're going to take a look at Manchester City. Reports are suggesting that they're looking to replace Sergio Aguero in the summer. And last piece of news involves Arsenal. And reports are suggesting that it's actually an Everton player that helped convince Martin Ødegaard to join in January.
I represent my fucking self.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right.
So the first place we're going to start is Manchester City, and reports are suggesting that they're looking for a new striker to replace Sergio Aguero in the summer. And that striker is Southampton's Danny Ings. Now that's a bit of a turn up for the books. Now, the big name that everybody is mentioning is, of course, Haaland at Borussia Dortmund, the most sought after striker in world football right now. And he is a type of player that you look at and think, yeah, Manchester City, they will go and get a player like that. They certainly have the money, which is going to be upwards of £100 million. But apparently, Manchester City are not really interested in doing a bit of a battle, because there are some other clubs interested in Haaland. Obviously, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, Chelsea. It could turn out to be a bit of a bidding war. And with some of those names, you know, in the hat that I mentioned, it could end up getting absolutely eye-watering figures. And apparently Manchester City have another option. And they are looking at Southampton's Danny Ings. And I'll tell you something, that would be one hell of a transfer for him. 28 years old. And it's taken him a few years to, you know, get himself, you know, back to where he was, you know, before he joined Liverpool and all of the problems that happened there. He joined Southampton permanently in 2019, and he's since forced his way back into the England reckoning. He finished joint top goal scorer last season with 22 goals. And he was part of Gareth Southgate's plans and only missed out on the up-and-coming World Cup qualifiers because of an injury. I suppose that's one thing that's always kind of, you know, hampered him, which is the injury. His contract situation at Southampton has also put Manchester City in a very strong position, as he's about to enter his final year of his deal and has so far not agreed to sign new terms that have been on offer for some time. That's a bit of a mad one. I can see the reasoning because, you know, in terms of the Premier League, you know, over the last couple of years, he's been scoring goals. But would he be able to go to Liverpool, you know, would he be able to go to Manchester City when he's already been at Liverpool and it's not worked out? Could that move to that next elite level? I don't know. Something about this transfer that just doesn't ring true. And this is not being disrespectful to Danny Ings, but when you look at Manchester City now and the calibre of players that they have and they buy, Danny Ings just doesn't really seem a name that fits in as the main man at Manchester City. If they can go and get, you know, a Haaland, for example, and they do go and splash the money, that would make more sense to me. I don't know. It's a strange one. A really strange one. I'm going to need you guys to let me know in the comment section what you think, because I don't know. I don't know whether this is just paper talk. The fact that he's got a year left on his contract, so it just, you know, makes the story seem a little bit more believable. It would be one hell of a story for him, you know, given his situation that he had at Liverpool. Went off, refound himself, rediscovered his, you know, goal scoring form and everything else, and then could end up going to the champions elect. Yeah, it's an interesting one, most definitely. And I'm not sure whether this would happen. I honestly think that Manchester City maybe, you know, putting the word out there, distancing themselves from the Haaland rumours. But if they've got the opportunity of signing someone like Haaland, then I think that they would. They would definitely be in the mix. But Danny Ings, very, very interesting rumour. And like I said, let me know in the comment section what you think. I just feel, it just feels, yeah, it just doesn't feel right in that sense. There's been many Man City signings where you've looked at and you've gone, really? Nah. And they've ended up not playing. You know, look at the lad that they brought from Bournemouth at centre-back. I can't remember the last time he's actually featured, and the amount of money they spent, it's just been an absolute waste. So yeah, interesting. But I tell you something, whoever you know does come in, they would have some serious shoes to fill in Sergio Aguero, because he's down for me as one of the best strikers in the Premier League. Unbelievable player. Next piece of news involves Arsenal, and this was a very interesting story. And of course, Martin Ødegaard is the talk of the town at the moment. Everybody's speaking about Arsenal signing him, you know, on a permanent deal and everything. And one thing initially that we've read is that Arsenal do want to make it permanent. He has a release clause at Real Madrid for a £330 million. Well, they're not going to be getting that, that's for sure. But the situation at the moment is that Zinedine Zidane apparently is going to be staying next season. He's not interested in being the France manager or anything else. And he will be at Real Madrid next season. Now, apparently he doesn't rate Odegaard, doesn't want him, not part of his plans. And Arsenal got a big chance of signing him. And the figures are between 35 and 50 million pounds. Whichever publication you want to believe. It's around that mark, 35 to 50 million pounds. If Arsenal can get it done, they need to go and get it done. Because at his age as well, there's a player that's going to be for years and years and years to come. And he's proving already on a regular basis just how good he is. You imagine when he really does adapt to the Premier League as well. My God, he could be one hell of a player. Frightening. But this story that I've been mentioning, like I said, it was a bit of an interesting one. But reports are saying that it's actually Everton's Joshua King that actually helped Martin Ødegaard decide to join Arsenal after he sent him a text message when he heard that he was you know, being linked to Arsenal. And of course, they are teammates for Norway. And he said that when I saw the rumour about Arsenal, I sent him a message and said, you have to go to Arsenal. He replied, are you sure? Are you sure? Arsenal style of play, and Martin, I have friends with who have played for Arsenal, and I know a little how the club is. And that's an interesting one, because look, we all know that players all talk and everything else, and you know, we hear all these rumours about tapping up and all this kind of stuff. But look, at the end of the day, I think it's very obvious that if you've got, you know, a player that plays for, you know, such and such club, for example, and they're friends with a player that plays for a club that's interested in them, when they go on international duty or that kind of stuff, you know they're going to chat to each other. They're going to be sending text messages, all these kind of things. It happens. It's not tapping up. It's just, you know, giving them a little nudge and leaning on them a little bit and trying to convince them. But that's a good thing, you know. And Josh King, he's been around, you know, English football for quite a while now, and he will obviously know about Arsenal. And as he said, he's, you know, got friends at Arsenal, and he obviously felt that Martin Ødegaard was perfectly suited. And I tell you something, if we can get this, you know, deal permanent, then we'll have to, you know, send Josh King a bit of a message and thank him for putting a word in with Martin Ødegaard and sending him that text message and telling him to join Arsenal. Maybe what we need now is Josh King, Martin Ødegaard, to sit there and text Haaland and tell him to join Arsenal. Never going to happen. There's no way Stan Kroenke is paying that kind of money. But of course, you know, Odegaard is now the new captain of Norway. So he's going to be somebody that's looked up to and highly respected. So yeah, it's just a bit of an interesting story. We're going to find out, obviously, you know, in the coming months, whether we can make it permanent. Maybe there's the option for a full season loan next year. then with the obligation to buy or whatever it might be, just get him here. Keep him at Arsenal, man, because I'm seeing enough already from him. He is an unbelievable talent. And I would love to, you know, see him in an Arsenal shirt beyond this season, most definitely. So there we go. That is it for today's DT's Daily. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about today's topics. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.